Hi, for this lesson we'll be making some sunny day sketchbooks. You will have in your kit some brightly colored sketchbooks, some black stamp pads with ink, some blank circles like this with various items glued to them. Those will be handles for stamping, and you'll also get a bunch of these cool self-adhesive peel and stick foam shapes that will work really well to attach to your stampers. There are a few things to consider when you do this activity. You might want to cover your work area with scrap paper to avoid getting ink on the table. It's also a great idea to have students roll up their sleeves. Also, gripping some of these might be a little bit tricky for some students, depending on what items you have available for the handles. Another idea is you could put a glob of Play-Doh or some kind of clay like that around here to make it easier to hold on to. Okay, the first step to this lesson is to select the color of your sunny colored sketchbook. So I am going to be working with the yellow one today, and we're going to decorate the cover. The next thing I need to do, step 2, is to design my stamp. And you have a couple options for this. You can use the foam shapes just like they are, like I'm going to be using this one on here, or if you want to, you can cut them up. So if I wanted to take scissors, I could cut right across and do it in pieces, kind of like cutting up a pizza. But I'm going to use the whole thing, and I'm just going to peel the back off like that. And I'm going to think about what design I want on my sketchbook. If I want to do a radial design that shines out from the center, I could do that, like a sun shining. Or if I want, I could just do it randomly, like put different shapes all around, like someone kind of sprinkle them on my paper. I could do that. So when you get stamping, you're going to want to open up the ink, and you're going to want to press pretty firmly and make sure you get all the ink all on there, and you can stamp it like that. And depending on if your stamp does not look bright enough or dark enough, I should say, you could try to line it back up and do it again and push, 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 push. Oh, and it didn't totally line up perfectly, but that's okay. So if I were to try to do like a sun, I also could put like little, I have stars here, I could put those coming off in each section. It can be a little bit tricky to figure out where it would go, but if I would put one of them around like this, or maybe I would just put them all over my journal like that. Fill up my journal. Another option is if you cut up your foam to make a stamp like this one, you could stamp it in a pattern. Like for instance, I could make the stripes going tall, and then I could make the stripes going sideways and long, and then do them tall, and then sideways and long. Totally up to you. I would recommend choosing like a pattern like that, or sort of a design. I wouldn't do both. Mine looks pretty busy. I wonder if I can fit one more on the end. I could fill up my whole notebook like that. I think that you'll find that the ink on your new sketchbook dries pretty quickly. But you will need to put the top back on your stamp pad. I did want to show you one more idea though. I'm going to get the other sketchbook for this one. I'm going to do it on red. So you could also use other items. Like for instance, you could do a fingerprint or a thumbprint. You could put your finger on the ink and stamp it to make a shape like that. And then when that's dry after a minute, we could go in and draw on it. I also found that it works really well to use a pencil eraser. Let me grab one. Okay, so I grabbed a pencil. So you could dip your eraser on there, and it works really well if you want little circles. And I was even thinking about if you wanted to turn your little thumbprints, maybe I could make like a little animal, and maybe it's got cute little ears like that. And then with my pencil, actually a marker would probably be best, but I could draw eyes and a nose and a mouth. I don't know what kind of animal this is. Maybe you have an idea. Some kind of bear, maybe. Let's see if I can zoom in so you can see it better. This light, the pencil line kind of looks like it's glowing. Or I could do a little cat. Like that.